നമസ്കാരം malayali360 പുതിയൊരു വീഡിയോയിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. ഇൻസ്റ്റാഗ്രാമിൽ റീലിൽ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ തന്നെ ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു പുതിയൊരു വ്യക്തിയുണ്ട്. So basically he doesn't talk our language Malayalam, so this video is going to be in English. So let's get to the video. Let's welcome Mason Woods. He's one of the youngest realtors in Sudbury. So we will be having an interview with him in this video. So Mason Woods, talk about yourself.
So as he said, my name is Mason Woods. I'm a real estate agent here in Sudbury, Ontario. I got my license about 6 months ago. Not originally from Sudbury. I moved here in 2013 when my parents started a furniture store. I went to LaSalle High School. We bounced around a few programs at Cambrian College after that before realizing that real estate is what I wanted to do.
Okay, cool. So, talking about Cambrian College, he was also in Cambrian College, so most of the audience were planning to come to Cambrian College. He also studied there, so it's a really good place to study. And what was your first course that you did there?
I started in general business because, as I said before, my parents own a furniture store, but I didn't really have an idea what I wanted to do yet.
Yes.
And then I kind of realized I wanted to do something with social media, so I switched to the public relations course.
PR. Okay.
And then I kind of realized that I didn't like PR as much as I thought I would, but I still knew I wanted to do something with social media. And then I realized that real estate was kind of the perfect merge of the two things, of social media and just kind of being able to create for it. So I thought it was a really good fit.
Perfect. So this video is mainly about real estate, like how you can become a realtor and the market in Sudbury, how the market is, and what all things you should be expecting once you move to Sudbury. Hearing from a realtor, we will get to know more about the real estate business, the housing market. So that's the whole point of this video. Okay, so Mason, I moved to Sudbury in 2018. So I've been here for almost 4.5 years, and I like it. So what made you decide to stay in Sudbury?
Well, I love the outdoor aspect of living here. There's a lot of trails around here, so it's very easy to get outside, and you still have that feeling of living in a big city. Like you can leave the new Sudbury Center, the biggest mall in North America, and go on like a 20-minute trail hike 5 minutes away from the mall.
See, I didn't know that. So there you go. So Sudbury, like the reason why I'm asking that question is many people who are listening to this video, they are planning to come to Sudbury. Like they don't know much about Sudbury because there is not many videos about Sudbury in YouTube.
That's
so
true.
many people talked to me and told me to make videos about Sudbury. So that's why I wanted to bring in somebody who's been here and who knows all about Sudbury. So Mason, if somebody decide to move to Sudbury and work, studies, all these things, stressful life, so if they want to spend some quality time with their friends, can you tell me some places where they can go?
Well, there's a lot of coffee shops downtown that are a great place to hang out at. There's a place downtown called Scrap a Latte where you can go and play board games and drink coffee and just hang out with your friends there.
Okay.
But if you don't like being downtown, there's places like New Sudbury, like I said, there's trails around. You can go to Moonlight Beach, enjoy the water there. You can even go to Bell Park, which is closer to downtown. There's a lot of great places to walk and get around and just spend time with other people.
Let's go to the actual interview. I want to ask you first thing, like what makes you different from other realtors?
Well, as we said in the intro, I'm one of the youngest realtors in Sudbury, so I feel like that's one of the biggest things that sets me apart because real estate is really a second career for a lot of people. Not a lot of people choose it like when they first start out.
Yeah.
So I feel like me being so young, I grew up with social media, so I kind of have that advantage of being able to learn it as I was younger.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of agents see it as just a way to leverage their business and not their personality. So a lot of agents post things like a sold sign or like an award they won, which it's good to post that stuff, but it doesn't really show who you are as a person.
Got it.
So I try to leverage my personality through social media by posting like some funny videos and things like that to kind of showcase people that I'm not serious all the time. They get my personality because I feel like personality is one of like the biggest factors people choose when they look at their real estate.
For sure. Yeah, talking about that, the way I met him was in YouTube. I went to YouTube. I searched about Sudbury to see how many videos are there about Sudbury, and one of the first videos that came up was his video. So I will put a link to that video so you guys can go and check it out. It's really good. And then I texted him in Instagram and he replied in like less than 24 hours.
Yeah, very, very responsive.
Yeah, he's very responsive, and if you have any doubts, just send him a DM.
Yeah, always open to DMs.
Perfect. Since you're a realtor, we will get the information from you. What do you think about the real estate market in Sudbury right now in 2022?
Well, right now I feel like it's a really good time if you're someone that has a home to sell your home. If you're looking to buy a home right now, we are starting to see more houses on the market than solds, recently, which is a good sign. We need
Yeah.
to see a lot more listings than solds to get towards a balanced market.
So it's a seller's market, right?
100%, yeah. Much
Okay.
like most markets across Canada right now are seller's market because it's really a supply and demand issue.
Yeah.
There's not enough homes out there for people to buy right now.
Yeah.
But in Sudbury, I think long term we're really good set up for potential because I don't know if you saw that Vale, the mining company here,
Yeah.
signed a deal with Tesla to mine nickel here for the next 10 years.
There you
So I
go.
feel like if someone like Elon Musk sees long-term potential in Sudbury,
In
then
Sudbury.
a lot of other people will
There you
too.
go. It's another informative stuff, I didn't know too. So, okay, so Mason, I want to ask you something. Most of my audience, they're pretty new to Canada or they're planning to come to Canada. So, what do you mean by seller's market?
So a seller's market just means really that the market is really favored towards sellers and not buyers at the moment. There's
Okay.
there's a lot less houses for sale than there normally are, which
Okay.
means that sellers have a lot of power. They can kind of choose what
Choose the
offers.
price.
Yeah. Usually buyers place an offer and sellers sometimes are lucky to get an offer. And now most places are getting an average, I would say, 5 offers.
Okay.
So it's really, you have to compete with other people, and to compete with other people, that means things like it's not recommended, but it means going without your home inspection, going without your financing conditions, just to make sure your offer gets accepted.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I hope you understood. So basically, what he means is like sellers have more power. Like they can choose and they can decide what the price
Mhm.
and when to sell their house because there is not many houses left in the market.
Mhm.
Next question for you is what is your advice for somebody who wants to get into this real estate business?
So if you're looking to get your real estate license and you're in Ontario, the only way to do it is to go through Humber College, which is in Toronto, but the program is delivered entirely online. There's, I believe, 5 courses and 2 simulations, and it takes most people about a year to 2 years to do it, but it's all do at your own pace, so don't really focus on how long it takes other people to do it, just do it at your own pace. But the biggest thing you can do while you're in the program is actually outside the program, and it's looking for an agent in your area that you think you can learn from and reach out to them and see if you can shadow them because it's 10 times more valuable to learn from someone on the job than to learn just from reading a computer screen.
Yeah, because it's more about experience,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
to deal with real life clients.
Mhm.
Like almost all of these clients you're like finding is different.
Yeah.
Like, you have to know how to deal with them.
Yeah, like if they in places like New York in the States,
Yeah.
you don't have to do any courses or anything. It's just they give you the material, you pay to take a 3-hour exam, and boom, you have your
That's
license
it.
within a week.
But here it's different.
Yeah, I would rather be that way because I feel like you learn better on the job, but
Yeah.
Ontario has a higher bar of entry for real estate
Yeah.
license.
But it's worth it. Like
100%.
trust me, it's worth it. Like if you actually want to sell houses, get your realtor license, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you just do it.
Yeah, find people you can work with
Yeah.
and go from there.
Exactly. Be active like him in social media. Make videos. It doesn't have to be professional. Like it should be professional, but it should be funny. And people need to know the actual thing. Like you have to open up and be yourself.
As long as you have a cell phone, you can pretty much do anything.
Yeah, I texted him. I was hoping he's gonna reply, and there he is. I want to know, like, for somebody who's planning to move, like mainly from Toronto or from my place, like a newcomer to Sudbury. What is one of the advice that you have for them?
Well, I would say first thing you need to do is get comfortable with how cold it is here because it gets below -30 for most of January, I would say.
Yeah.
And you have to get comfortable with the fact that winter is about 6 months of the year. I think from
that's half of the year.
yeah, half the year from like October, November till about April is it's pretty much snow.
Snowing.
And but other than that, I would say start working with an agent that's local to the area.
Yeah.
Interview a few so that way you know which one suits your personality the best.
Yeah.
Start working with them, get pre-approved so that way you have a budget of like what you can afford, and then schedule a day with that realtor where you see 5 or 6 houses all in different neighborhoods of Sudbury because that way you have a better feel of the city and where you want to live at because even though Sudbury is spread out, places like the West End and Middle Lake, they're opposite ends of town, but they're like almost identical in some neighborhoods, so you really have to drive around to get that feel for like the subtle differences all the neighborhoods have.
Okay, so Mason, what's your advice for somebody who wants to buy their first house?
So if you're looking to buy your first house ever, we're starting at the very beginning stages. It starts with saving for your down payment. And if you feel like you're behind in saving for your down payment, don't feel bad about that because I spoke with a mortgage agent recently and he said that I think it was over 80% of down payments are coming from people's mom and dad. So everyone needs help right now, so don't feel bad if you feel like you're behind. But once you have your down payment saved up, meet with a mortgage agent. Your realtor can probably refer you to a mortgage agent.
Yeah.
They'll get you pre-approved so that way you have an idea of what you can afford, because it's not the best idea to look at houses without knowing how much you can afford. Because you might fall in love with the house and then it turns out you can't afford it.
True.
So once you're pre-approved, start looking at houses. And if it's a buyer's market, you obviously want to see as many houses as possible.
Okay.
Because there's going to be a lot out there, you have a lot to choose from, and you'll want to go in with your conditions, that way you're safe and protected. But if it's a seller's market, you're going to, same thing, see as many as you can, but you're going to have to go in with no conditions. You might have to do something like a pre-inspection, which is where you pay an inspector maybe $100-$200, and they come with you on a showing, and it's not as thorough as a regular inspection, but it kind of gives you more peace of mind when you go to place your offer.
Exactly, but that $200 is worth it. Just do it, get an inspector and do that inspection. You don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, your peace of mind is definitely worth it.
There you go.
And to kind of showcase how much of a seller's market it is right now, since getting my license in October, I have yet to write a single offer with any conditions in it.
Yeah, so that's about it for today's interview. He's a busy person. He has a showing in like half an hour from now and he needs to drive. So thank you so much for having us, and hope to make more videos. Eventually, we are trying to build a podcast. So
for sure, no worries. I'm more than honored that you guys came out. I'm happy to be interviewed. My first interview. Hopefully, there's many more to come.
Hopefully, no, you will get it. I mean, just search Sudbury. You will see one of the first videos that's gonna show up is his video. So yeah, that's how good his video is. So yeah, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, and good luck for your future.
Thank you. Same to you.
Just started, but you're so good at it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
It was an honor.
Yeah. അപ്പോൾ malayali360 ഈ വീഡിയോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇഷ്ടമായെന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നു. ഇനിയും ഒരുപാട് വീഡിയോസ്. We'll be making many more videos, and stay tuned. Thank you.